If you've seen the last video, you should know how this starts. We always start talking with the little critter that we turn him into a, I guess, soul coin, which then we get to move on and find the village that is right next to us after I fumble around with my keys. Things become very interesting on our very new adventure in this new world. We start stopping into the first village on our sights, and we have to quietly sneak around and rob their houses because, of course, this is capitalism, and we steal from, well, everybody. First chest wasn't so good, but I mean, we got potatoes and bread. We could start a life somewhere. Got on to the next house, and I mean, it's pretty intricate. I love the interior designs of these places. But man, are the villagers poor over here? Come on, where's the money? Y'all just sell and eat bread. Finally found the 1% of this village that actually has money and potatoes, so I have to make sure no one sees me as I skedaddle their loot out of their chest and, you know, leave without being seen. This will be the final place I'm gonna have us check out because it was a couple tools, kind of nice. Got us a little, I guess, upgraded shovel. Wow, look at that. Isn't that great? And some dye. Oh, man, we're really living it. Oh, what's next on our journey? Oh, right, of course, like any normal journey, we meet the Nine Tails, the one that holds the Jinjuriki, the most powerful one in an anime called Naruto? What? What's he doing here? I don't know. It was weird. I decided to poke fun at him because he was stuck, and I thought I could kill him and get what he has, but I quickly learned not to mess with the Jinjuriki, especially in Minecraft. This is weird, man, okay? We're gonna come back to him later. As always, after getting thwarted by any sort of plan I have to attack anything, I go and gather some stone. We gotta start somewhere, guys, okay? After gathering some succulent stone and making some great stone tools, we get to go back and see our buddy the Jinjuriki and see what's going on with him. And then I realized one of the super mega buffed golems was already here, so I was trying to help him out to kill the Jinjuriki. But yeah, he already took care of it. He is one strong motherfucker. Just 2 whacks and he died. And it dropped this. It, for one, gave me an eye, like an exotic eye, which I don't know if I'm even supposed to have this yet or not. I don't know why he was here. But 2, there's some way to get his soul and to have his powers. I don't understand anything, so I decided to run away. And yeah, it didn't go to plan as usual. But we get to enjoy some nice restful sleep for the next day to come. And we get to wake up right. What the hell is going on outside? This is like a horror type being, a monster, a mythical beast. Like, he's big and he's fast. I do not want to mess with that, and clearly the guards are not doing their job of keeping this village safe. I'll do my part someday though. I had no idea what the fuck to really do about that, so I took a beating just to see if I could hit him through the wall, which of course I can't. He has longer limbs than me. So what I do, I run. But instead of running away from the village, I found a pillager's camp literally right next to the village, like right inside of it. And I find this quite funny. So, yeah, you see, they're just kind of getting mollywopped by this golem. These guys are insanely strong, and I think that's the only way I'm gonna kill almost anything at this point in the beginning of the game. But, you know, we did sneak inside of it, though, to steal some of their loot. And when I say loot, I mean their blast furnace, which I can't even use yet. But, I mean, hey, that's a whole blast furnace right there, guys. We're pretty good. We're set. Then I found this tiny goblin camp that's gonna be up ahead. Like, what's the deal with these guys? They're so tiny and small, yet they absolutely owned me. So I was taking a nice walk across the Floridian beach where it's sprawling with crocodiles and seals? Sure. And you know what we came across? In the wild, you know, it's just a normal everyday occurrence where you find the Goblin King, or whatever the hell he is, a troll? I'm gonna assume he's a troll. So yeah, we don't mess with him, but we do mark him on our map. We were having to run through the dark forest, and then I come across a goblin camp. But I decided to dig a hole, hopefully to keep myself safe, get some cobblestone. But then we cut straight to me trying to take out the actual building. The base is hard, so instead of killing them, I locked them out of their own home. I mean, I can't fight them now, so I might as well just take over their house. But what I can do is steal their stuff. Although this camp's loot is less to be desired, but I guess every little bit helps in the end, you know? This pot gave us some bread, which is quite delicious, but also quite useless. And the chests up here, again, were not even that good. 4 chests, and we got what? Scraps, a bow, which, I mean, crossbow is good, but still, and rotten flesh. Oh boy, I love this place already. I'm gonna call it my new home. Which, in fact, I did call it my new home. This is where we're gonna live for the rest of my time. Isn't it just lovely? Although I do not think the neighbors quite like me yet. But I'll grow on them, you know? It just takes time. Maybe a lot more time than I would like. Anyways, we decided to raid the Pillager's Fortress, which actually wasn't that hard. There wasn't really much to show. They were all dead thanks to the golems. So we stole their 2 anvils because for whatever reason, they had a section of anvils up above. And then I broke a couple walls and then boom, look at that. We have a G-apple, not just any G-apple, an enchanted G-apple, and a diamond. So, I mean, we're already getting pretty kitted up. This place is great. And yes, since I pretty much can die, I am a flea to these beings. I just bring them to the golem and let them one whack them, you know? Oh, and this room has lore. So they built this mansion in 1953, it seems. There were 343 people to build this mansion, now it's done. We need 67 years to build the mansion, now it is 2019 year. And there's some of 2,500 blocks of stone and a bunch of other, you know, I don't think any of it makes sense, but hey, it's nice of them to give us a little context for the place. And we got another enchantment table, so yay me. Then we found the best thing of all, a crown. This solidifies that I am destined to be the next king. And what does a king do? It gets lost to whatever the hell he is right now. As any king should, he got impatient being in his box house, took a ship to go to a new land, and this new land was also another village. Adding that to the map of kingdoms I'm gonna take over, I mean trade stations, you know, trade systems, let's go, not take over. This place is a bit special to me because there's a lot more loot, a lot more buildings, plenty of armor to take, and very little villagers to get in my way. But on top of that, this has a little quirk. There is a centerpiece to this whole village, and it is massive. This, my friend, is an infested temple, right smack dab in the middle of this village, surrounded on all sides by villagers alike. So clearly, we're gonna have another challenge ahead of us to take out this place before we can fully take over and save this village. But that will be for another time because we finally find the Guildmaster. You know, the guy we have to talk to get our first set of missions, kill a couple pillagers just so we can get the first note. The first thing to be able to get the first eyeball, which we already have an eye thanks to fighting that Ninetales just a couple days ago, which is quite surprising. We're not supposed to get that for quite a while actually. We had a talk with him, but then he got tired of talking to me for whatever reason. And I don't know at what point they started to hate me, but every village I went to, they just did not like me until I gave them emeralds. But I think it was me trying to snoop into his stuff. And yeah, and then hitting him, yeah, that probably cost me quite a bit, you know? As the brave dumbass that I am, I decided to head into and take a peek inside the infested temple. And I did not explore too much. Actually, I didn't take or explore anything at all because I don't like spiders. I also don't like this. These beings are strong, okay? They took way too long to kill, and I had an advantage by being in a hole. So, yeah, we're not gonna stick around for now. I must have really pissed off the village now because even the guards are after me, so I am very much unwelcomed in any of these villages because they just have a telephone on hand speed dial to every village in the world. So that's great. I anger them this badly, and the only way to fix that is to give them bundle of emeralds and to sleep it off. Oh, what have I done? And look at that, there's a town straight across from me, so yeah, this isn't looking too good for me. I don't even have a kingdom yet, let alone a house. So that's exactly what I did. I made it home and made a bundle of emeralds that I will someday give to the Guildmaster. But there is no Guildmaster in the village near me, so I kind of forgot, and we'll give it to him someday, okay? And look at our chest. Full and bountiful. Maybe not of great loot, but it has loot. So I'm awoken, and I got the achievement Notorious, which means, yeah, my worst fears have come to light. The villagers don't like me. What am I gonna do with that information? Right, you remember that pride boat that we found in the beginning? Well, here it is again, and I think I'm gonna finish the job finally. I feel pretty good about myself. And look at that, just in the first chest itself, all the iron and gold I could ever need. And it came with some extra goodies that can be quite helpful to equip. And that's just one of the few chests that we can get, and oh, it just gets better. I had a run-in with one of the ship's crew members, but I made swift work of them, feeling pretty good about myself again, you know? And no, I totally didn't use my G-apple, and I'm not having only stone tools still. See, look at that, all done. Now, there should be one left in this place. And they have a sword. That shouldn't be much of a problem, right? Fuck. Nope, it's time to make iron tools. Screw this. Alright, I don't know why I was still using stone anyways. And even with my armor I had on, it still wasn't enough to take only, what, 2 hits? Maybe 3 from him? That's insane. We went to a village and I finally decided to give him my bundle of emeralds. Now I gotta wait till the next day to be able to, you know, have him like me again. So, at least we did something good, right? And now we get to finally get the quest line to kill the 10 pillagers. Oh, please, let's never do that again. That was problematic. Only a little ways down, there was apparently a barbarian camp, which, I mean, shoot, she looks kind of cute. I wouldn't mind, you know, maybe we can hang out sometime, even though she's kind of attacking me, but yeah, whatever. I gotta focus on the task at hand. Gotta clear out the bandits. Well, actually, I don't, but I will, and we're gonna leave. Woohoo! By the way, that camp was not worth it, had nothing, and now I'm lost in the beach, in the dark, with little to no food. Man, I just love getting in these situations, huh? Good morning. Now this is where the real adventure starts. It is time to get on our boat and head out to sea like the true pirate king we are. Oh shit, wait, that's the wrong series. We find a lot out at sea. I mean, look at this, a bunch of pride pirates. It's great, but it's not just any pirates. No, it's actually a village apparently. But there's nothing here for us. It's still cool though, I wouldn't mind living here, but this would be the most unsafe place to live. I mean, look at that. There's a pirate ship just right there, right outside their village. Apparently it's sunken too, and it looks kind of like theirs, so I'm gonna assume one of their ships sank. You would think you would leave the area, right? Right? Not too far down, we find this structure. I don't know what it is, and something came out from the bottom, so I assumed it was a dungeon. But really, it's not that bad. It is a boss room, though. But it is called the Cold Ocean, which apparently is an abyssal trench. But this isn't just any trench. Every level has a chest that we can loot. And we don't even have to worry about drowning. We even get speed and some attack speed. That's pretty nice. I like this place, even though it terrified me. This was some okay loot. What about the next level? Okay, well, it could have been worse, so, next one? Alright, what about this? Oh, see, there we go. Now, that's a chest. A diamond pickaxe of the carrier. And some gold nuggets and a couple little tidbits of stuff. Yeah, see, look at that. Diamond pickaxe. That's what we're looking for. Next. Alright, here we are at the very bottom, and oh boy, we got another diamond pickaxe, but for whatever reason I started drowning, and I was terrified. I'm scared, okay? I had to quickly get into bubbles. I don't know how I started drowning. I don't know why it randomly stopped, but thank God I lived. And we got some pretty good loot out of this. But after collecting this chest, we're heading up because we can't fight the boss down here. We can't even fight basic enemies, let alone an underwater being. Alright, we started swimming again, and this looked like a beat down raft, but we can't collect its loot until we kill that little guy down there. He seemed to be like a boss type, maybe a mini boss. I wanted to poke him and see if I could do anything to it, but I quickly regret my decisions and I'm just gonna run back, you know? And by run, I mean swim. And by swim, I mean die. I just never learned my lesson, do I? But after death, we got something pretty good. Found another village. Man, we're getting a lot of those, aren't we? That's crazy. Although I had enough adventure for one day and decided to take it back home to deposit all my stuff, and we are getting so much loot now. I need some organizing the next time I make a video. But I think it's time we finally take out this pirate ship. I'm getting sick and tired of dying here. We're taking whatever's left, and it's gonna sink right now. And so that's exactly what I did. It wasn't that hard. The one with the sword wasn't even there anymore, so good on me. And it was so worth it that we did that because we're about to get some really good stuff. Let alone 9 whole diamonds, scrap iron, and a lot of different types of TNT. So we call that a success. The ship is now ours. Look at all this glorious loot. It's so beautiful, and we're still not even strong enough to just survive the night for even a second. I don't know what it's gonna take. Man, we have a lot of work to do. But at least we can call ourselves hoarders. I really should set up a schedule or something to figure out what I'm gonna do because I get distracted very easily. And I'm supposed to kill pillagers, right? But instead, I decided to head up top of a little mountainous hill that goes over, you know, our village. And there's actually a witch's house, as well as a tower of some sorts. And you know, just knowing me, I'm gonna raid it. I need it. The tower had some loot that was locked behind a boss, but we also got some pie out of it. Where's the boss, you ask, though? No damn clue. Now, this will be the final thing we loot today, and oh boy, I am so glad I left this for last. The amount of chests that was in this witch's hut, or house, or whatever you want to call it, is immaculate. Absolute succulent, delicious melons and gold and a bunch of potion making stuff. But it's perfect for me. I love it. But I had no idea where the inhabitants of this house are at the time. But you know what? They wouldn't mind if a couple books of theirs gone missing. They even had an attic, which garnered me a pair of diamond trousers and a whole lot of extra goodies. Like, we are getting stacked, my guys, on top of the armor we have, which now is almost fully enchanted with protections and sharpness blades. I'm feeling great. But of course, when you feel good, something always has to happen. So we found one of the inhabitants, and, well, we almost died. The poison on these guys are ferocious. We escaped unscathed, but of course, like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I was heading home, but then I found a dungeon that I didn't see before, and I really wanted to check it out, so we're heading down there now. Don't judge me, don't say anything, don't yell at me. I can't help it. I know, I have so much stuff. I should be worried, but it's fine. It's okay, I won't lose too much if I die, right? There really wasn't anything crazy in this dungeon, in all honesty. Nothing too remarkable to comment on. But there is a second floor, which means there's even more rooms to explore, and it'll probably get more dangerous. Although, I'm gonna leave that, the first boss, and completing the quest line for the Guildmaster for another day. We have mysteries to solve, gear to collect, and bosses to kill. All of that on top of our side goals. So there's a lot we're having to handle with, but don't worry, we'll call this our kingdom someday, even if that day is not today. I'll see you all later. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want more, just leave a comment. Peace.